do my daily, I mean not daily, seasonal anime reviews that I watched. So first one, Demon Lord Academy season 3. I still have no idea how this got season 3. Each season just got progressively worse, and the CGI this season was so bad. I can't. And then the plot is like absolutely terrible too. So I'm sorry, Anos, but like the waifus are great. You're great. Yeah, okay, I'll give it a B because I do like the character development with the teacher and how she learned to accept be more accepting of others and whatever. I do like that story. I just really did not like the CGI. It was so bad. Now Konosuba season 3, I mean like that's like a given, right? It's S tier. The season tackled my favorite girl of all time. I ever since I read the light novel, I loved her, and Iris is best girl. What can I say? The only disappointing thing is that they skipped over a lot of like Iris's like cuter scenes. Like they literally gave her like half an episode in that body swap form. They had there was so much more in the light novel, but anyways, and of course, Darkness, amazing character development, such a good like storytelling for these characters, and the cast is still beloved, obviously, and yeah, it's great. Mahoka season 3. Oh wait, no, is this even season 3? I think it's season 3. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I like Miyuki. Miyuki's great. I like when she gets more action. In the story. Like that's all I ask for. Just give me more incest. And the world's getting a lot more complicated compared to others, compared to the seasons prior. We're getting introduced to we're getting teased at this like huge underground I don't know, a black market kind of thing, where there's the guys like apparently some skeleton. The openings are insane. Like probably my favorite opening this season. Uh, God's game. Uh, this is so like it's worse. Okay, I wouldn't. I'd say it's on par with your average Death Game anime. Like it's so cringe when they did the card fight episode like that. That was when I was just like I could not like watch the series. I still continue watching the series because I'm stupid like that. But it was that card episode was so cringe when she was just making up like what's supposed to be quote unquote like cute lines for these card moves, and then like they would make a lot of these Yu-Gi-Oh references or and stuff like that. But like it, it's just so cringe how they did it. Anyways, Spice and Wolf. I mean, like, I love Spice and Wolf. I love Holo. Um, I'm really glad that the re-adaptation for it is great. But honestly, like, I kind of miss the more nostalgic vibe. I'm not sure if it's fair to say it, since I might be just looking at it through rose tinted glasses. But like, I really much prefer the original. I also like what was it? The character in the light novel in which the original adaptation of Spice and Wolf changed to a girl. I feel like that added more of like a, I don't know, a competition of sorts for Holo. Like I get like they're not really trying to make a competition for him. Like she's obviously like the main girl. She's the focus of the show. But like I don't know. I like that more. I like to see Holo jealous. Holo being jealous is cute. I mean, they had it with the sheep girl anyway. So what's one more, right? But they definitely sped through it a lot faster than the original. But I wouldn't say they missed anything too crucial though. I'm granted I haven't read the light novels, I wouldn't know. But I'm glad this adaptation happened because I really, really, really want to see like the true like full adaptation for Spice and Wolf that I feel like they will adapt. Data Life, honestly, like Data Life has just been getting better and better each season. The only issue I have with it is again the same one with Demon Lord Academy. It's just the CGI is really bad, but like it's kind of to be expected when there's like a million things going on. Giant mechas, giant like flying spirits, whatever. But the story is so good, bro. Reina is just such a great like character. I like how she has like this two forms that couldn't be like further apart from each other, but they're still the same person, but also not at the same time. And then um it still got like a lot of its humor. It was really funny when he just started blowing kisses at these at the girls who were attacking him, and then like that would make him disappear. You know, I laughed out loud just straight up watching that part. Kaiju number 8. You know, it's for a standard shonen. I actually do enjoy it quite a bit. It might be because of like the undertone of like this romance between the main character and obviously the squad leader or whatever her name was. God, if I remember. I instantly read the manga after the just the first episode. Any by One Republic, really great. But it does follow a very traditional shonen formula, and all the people who are saying like, "Oh my god, it breaks all the modes." He's like 30 years old. That mean, and all the shonen anime protagonists are like 16. Bro, literally acts like the exact same as any like 16-year-old shonen protagonist. There's nothing unique about it. I'm sorry. But this is not breaking any molds, okay? Just because you say that you're like 30 years old doesn't actually like mean he acts like one, okay? Bartender. Now I never watched the original for Bartender, but I do think Bartender is pretty underrated of a show. I've always liked food shows, but like I don't know, I couldn't get around the concept exactly of bar foods. But I from what I've heard, the original didn't really have an overarching story, and it was more like a episodic thing. I do like the arcing story aspect of this bartender way more than what I probably would if I did watch the original bartender. But the drinks are like, oh my god, like I don't even drink, and they look great, bro. Like I've never seen better drinks in my life. I mean, of course, it is a show about drinks, but I love the each of the characters and their troubles to life, and how like this one genius bartender can just instantly know like, oh, what drink is perfectly fit for them based on like um how they move, how they act. He might not know the full story, but he'll get most of it just from context clues. Like you could tell he's a genius of his works, and he's very humble about it, and I really like him as a protagonist. What the it was like what was this show called? Like I do not remember what this show was called. Hold up. Where the fuck is it? It's like teaching your wife something. Where the where is this show? I cannot find this show. What the Memory Monster? Oh, right, this one. Um, an Arc Demon's Dilemma: How to Love Your Elf Bride. Um, oh shoot, where'd I put it? Oh, uh, okay, I'll put it in B because it is better. It's way better than chicken that garbage. Um, it's a cute show. I mean, people are probably like more. People probably don't like the show because the wife or whatever is like a lolly, but like I don't really care for that. They could be a lolly or not. I don't find that being an issue, and people don't like the whole slavery thing. Again, I don't find that being an issue. It might be overdone, sure, but I don't see it as an issue. They're a cute family. I like the dragon daughter. She's cute. I like the weird grandpa. He's really stupid, but like in a good way. This show, I reincarnated as this like seventh prince or whatever, so I could train my magic or something like that. No, this show was ass, bro. This show was so bad. I do not know what everyone was talking about when they're like this show like breaks any modes or whatever. This is literally like your generic power fantasy isekai story, I suppose. Well, it's not really an isekai. It's just a reincarnation. I'm pretty sure he reincarnates in the same world too, so it's like I don't know, but None of the characters are particularly great. I don't get why they made like the main protagonist like so weirdly feminine, and then like he's a child, and then like everyone around him is just a Shotokan for some reason. Um, I don't really get it. It's not my thing. So, slime season like three. Is this season three too? Season four? I don't freaking remember. I'm putting it in B. I'm putting this season in B. At least part one, because this season, like literally half of it was just politics and like snore fest. Okay, like it is so boring. I mean, I already think slime is a little overrated. I don't think it breaks the mold much for isekai terms, but like this season, I'm just not a politics person, and this show, this part of this season is just all politics. Like when it got to the second half, yeah, it's just your average slime. Like it might be just a slightly bit above average for slime, but I think like since the first half was just nothing but boring politics talk, I think B is like a fair spot for it. Unnamed Memories, actually really like the show. It has a really low rating on my anime, so it's like a 6.6. I don't really understand it. The only like thing I've been seeing from social media and stuff is like how he like quote unquote forced himself on her in one episode, and that was really bad, and the ratings tanked because of that. I'm like, bro, have they like never seen like a romance or like, yeah, just a romance show where like he's clearly joking. He literally apologizes. Like, why is it like completely fine the other way around when like the girl teases the guy, but if the guy teases the girl, like this is a big issue and it drops like massively in ratings because I don't know, freaking sexism. But the final episode where they announced the second season, there was a massive ass just like twist in the story. Like I thought the second to last episode was the last episode, but it wasn't. And then the entire last episode was just a setup for the next season, which is like and it was a time skip of everything that I won't spoil it much, but yeah, it's great. I think it's a great show. If you could get over the quote unquote uh I don't know, harassment by the main character or whatever. I don't even know what you would call it. Yeah, it's a great show. And I like the romance between these characters. I like how they actually, spoilers for like next 10 seconds, I guess, to actually get together, do the deed, seal the deal, get married. I like that these things happen and everything goes to sham. And on the last episode, Project Yozakura Family. I think it's a fine. I think it's a decent show. I don't think it definitely breaks the shonen mode a lot, which that I do appreciate, but it doesn't do it in a way in which like I especially enjoy it. Like I definitely enjoy Spy Family way more. I know it's not really like the same thing. I mean, they're kind of about spies, but like Spy Family, I like the cast of characters more. Like they try way too hard with a lot of these characters, and you just don't have much time to get familiar with each individual one of them. Like I wish they would just focus way more on like one or two characters. Like maybe one character like for like three episodes. Like they go through like this arc, and then they you get to know this character more, you get to like the character more. But instead, they're more like spitfiring, like one episode, one character. Like they're trying to introduce this massive family, and I just don't think they have the time frame to be introducing them so quickly to where you'll be invested in any of them. So that's my biggest issue with that. But otherwise, I mean, the cast is fine. I'd say generally. I mean, none of them are really like too annoying. Like uh, the weird stalker girl's a bit weird, but otherwise, I'm fine. Oh shoot, that should go there. Okay, Blue Archive. Um, the show actually was. Uh, I'd say it's still B. But this show was honestly a surprise because I didn't really play Blue Archive. I downloaded the game before and tested. I really don't like the gameplay for Blue Archive, so I never really got into it. But this anime really got me. You know, the plot is really bad because it's a gotcha game. Most gotcha games don't exactly have the best plots other than Fate Grand Order. That's why I play Fate Grand Order. That's why it's the best gotcha game. But anyways, Blue Archive. The plot was really bad, but I do really like the characters. I do find the characters being really cute. The main character is like he has the same issue I have with the Arknights anime, where he just doesn't look like he does anything. Like, I don't know why he's there in the series. Like, this series could have literally just been a cute girls doing cute things, and I honestly would have liked it way more. But they have to throw a main character in there because it's a gotcha game, of course, and you got self insert, but whatever. Um, but this anime really, really got me to like fuck, what's her name? I'm blanking on the spot right now. Right, Aru. Oh my gosh, she is like the funniest character, like of all time. Like I I don't know how to describe why I like her so much, but she's so funny in the anime, and I like how she's really sweet deep down, but she just really wants to act like a bad guy for God knows what reason. But just be yourself, Aru. She's great. She's great. She's a great character. She carried the series for me. I love Bentley 68. Jellyfish can't swim in the night. Yeah, this anime was insane. Um, Definitely, like it came out of nowhere. Really. I heard everyone was like great. It was like when the first episode aired, everyone was talking about it, and no one was talking about prior. So I ended up hopping on a train and watching it too. And I really did enjoy the show. Like each of the characters got some massive ass they only needed one character to like fully develop a lot of these characters, unlike Yozakura family, which I don't feel like they develop much at all. But like the first half I'd say were just like character introductions where they introduce like this girl, their issues, and like they kind of overcome those issues, but like not really, and then they have to like come together. And a jellyfish can't swim on their own. That's the motif of the show, obviously. So like they come together, they're able to overcome like these issues that they had previously that they couldn't solve by themselves. And I think it's a really cute show, and it's really wholesome. This show breaks absolutely no niches. I'm sorry. This show was I think wait, hold up. Okay, this is probably the second worst show this season. Okay, anyone who's saying this show does anything unique, I'm sorry, you're just wrong. Like everyone has appraisal skills. Like there's nothing unique about him having an appraisal skill, and he's like he finds these other people that and people are like, oh my god, he's finding these other people, and they're the OP ones. He's not actually OP. Appraisal is a pretty OP goddamn ability, bro. Like I don't know about you, and also he gets spawned in like this rich family's like body. Like I think those are pretty OP cheat skills, not gonna lie. And like it's just a whole bunch of like politics that I do not care for, and like they don't develop these characters at all past like their introduction episode, and it's just a real shame because you know I heard great things about it. I think I read the manga for this a long time ago, but obviously I dropped that show. I dropped that manga clearly. So yeah, this show was really, really, really just bad. I had to watch this entire thing in like two times speed in like the second half or whatever, just so I could finish the goddamn show. Now this is the worst show this season. This is the only show I dropped. I watched like two episodes of this. It could not get more generic. Like this is the like generic of isekais. Like they don't even have one singular like decent like slightly different thing. Like I mean, this one other people, him finding these OP power, that's kind of like a deviation from your standard, kinda. I mean, not really, but kinda. This one does nothing. There's nothing. This show is nothing. Now, this is in my opinion, the most underrated show this season. Okay, I love Hinamatsuri, and this show is literally just isekai Hinamatsuri. I wouldn't say it's better than Hinamatsuri because the story writing isn't as good. It's not as complete. At least because I read the manga for Hinamatsuri, so I might be a little biased because of that. But oh my god, when she slight spoilers when Sarah asked her to be to no no when the dad asked her to be his daughter, like just out of nowhere, just after a good father daughter bonding day, where they went out, had some fun. And then he just asked her, "Oh, do you wanna officially be my daughter?" It's so sweet. It's the cutest show. My only gripe with this show is, I'm not the biggest fan of, like, the Olivia scenes. It's kind of funny because it's the opposite of Hinamatsuri if you think about it. I love the homeless, girl scenes way more than I like the Hina scenes, but for this one, I like the main girl Sarah's, like, when she's on stage way more than freaking the homeless princess thing, who's in some random cult and does a bunch of random stuff. I mean, it's not bad, but I just don't find a lot of it funny, and I don't know why. Like every girl is very horny for that night, for that female night. God, if I know. Mushoku Tensei season two, part two, I think. Um, it's still great. Don't get me wrong. Mushoku Tensei is still great. Obviously, it's the goat. It's the best isekai, like just period. But they skipped over a lot of stuff from the web novel that I wish they would have included. Obviously, it's not done airing, so but they could add more. But I highly doubt they're gonna go back and add more to like Rudy's spoiler ahead depression. They kind of skipped over that a lot of that and like one episode and it's just like they made it seem like oh just one time he sleeps with Roxy and then he's just better now. He's just cured of depression. I don't like how they did it in the anime. I mean, I get it's fine. I know they're in a time crunch, episode crunch. I it's fine, but I wish they did more. I wish they adapted it just a little better. But otherwise, Paul scene was still absolutely insane. Like that was my favorite part of the manga. I mean, my favorite part of the web novel, and I think they adapted that pretty well. Oh yeah, they also skipped over some like Roxy's like funnier moments, like when he smells her through the roof. I know he like very briefly mentions in an episode after, but like I don't think it does the like no web novel justice. But anyways, the Paul scene was absolutely like insane. Like the animation was so good and bro, the audacity of them airing it on Father's Day, man. Oh my god. That's gotta be like the biggest like F you to Paul. But like I love Paul's character. Paul is, in my opinion, the best written character in all of the web novel. And I'm finished with the web novel too. And I still think Paul is my favorite character. And I won't say much more. Now grandpa and grandma became young again. Uh this show is I I teared up a bit on like the first episode too, but this anime did get like really slow and I don't want to say boring, but it did get kind of boring. Like but I do think it's an amazing concept. I just wish they did the concept a little more justice because the anime was I mean, it started out great. I really felt for these old for this old couple that like just experienced like these things they never could in their life previously, but they got this chance to right when they're about to die, and I'm glad that this actually had an ending like the 12 episodes. It was able to fully flesh out the story that it wanted to tell, I'd say. I mean, maybe they skipped some from the manga or I don't know what it's based on. I don't know if there's any continuations, but I do like the ending for it. I do like how they aren't just immortal. They do end up like still dying of old age, even though they kept their youthful appearance and like had all of these things, right? They could have explored the why they turned young a little bit more. I'd say that's probably one of the issues, but otherwise I think it's fine. Remaster was honestly a pretty big disappointment because I actually really like the manga for it, and obviously this is like one of the OG isekais, right? Like a lot of isekais based themselves off it, but unlike Mushoku Tensei, it doesn't have the insane storytelling that Mushoku Tensei has and character developments like that Mushoku Tensei had. It just could not live up to its its OG status, I suppose. It couldn't keep up. I do really like the manga, and I don't really know what to say about the anime and what the anime did wrong, but I do like the manga. So go read the manga. I don't know. oh, actually, no, I do know one thing. The like day whatever concept, right? That they have in like every episode, where they'll do like day whatever, day whatever, day whatever. He did this, he did this. I think that works way better in a manga form than an anime form. That I think that's the one thing I can say about the show. Um, Studio department, angels included. I mean, this is, yeah, this is. Mm, okay, yeah. This is like a really standard like harem type show, where they have these monster girls that like hide the fact that they're monsters, and then they all fall in love with the main character for no real reason whatsoever. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing stand out ish I could say about the characters. I do really like the angel, you know, big fan. Um, I do like the Yuki Onna. The rest of the girls, not a big fan. Level two cheap powers, whatever, whatever, garbage. Uh, what I put the elf one? Wait, where did I put the elf one? Oh, I put the elf one there. Oh yeah, I think there's one step down from the elf one. The concept, the power, it's pretty generic, but what I can say about this show that I do think makes it like top of C tier maybe is that they do focus a lot more on like the development between like the harmony between demons and humans. I mean, I know that it's a pretty standard thing, a lot of things do it, but I think this one does it a lot better than most because he had the main character literally like married a monster. So I do think the show does it, it's just slightly better than most generic guys. Divine Gate, another really unfortunate thing, unfortunate adaptation. Um, Again, I really like the manga. This does feel very SAO-esque, but they don't get to they don't develop they don't get to the parts where they develop Shuni as a character more, and I feel like they could have developed the monster, no, the beast, the elder beast. I don't remember his name. His old ally, and that he had before he transported like 500 years later, whatever, right? I really like that scene in the manga, and I don't think the anime did it as much justice as he deserved. The action scene, the actions were like pretty meh. The combat stuff, they didn't they skipped out so much of like the cute Shini moments, and I love Shini, and she just they did her dirty, man. Mahjong Soul Kang, as a Mahjong Soul enjoyer, this obviously goes in B tier. Um, Mahjong Soul Pong was actually better. Was actually like better because they just tried to force the mahjong into like the most random scenes that doesn't really make much sense for mahjong alley, and it's mahjong so pawn the first season of it, which doesn't make much sense because pawn is like 3 and then kang is like 4, so I don't know why kang is the second one and pawn is the first season, but that's besides the point. Yeah, they try to force mahjong into too many stuff that just doesn't make any sense, and yeah, that's my biggest issue with that. Anyways, that's my tier list. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me go over some of the ones that like I I wanted to watch, but I just never got the chance. Demon Slayer. I'm still trying to find time to freaking watch the show, bro. Like, I don't know if I can continue, man. I'm not the biggest fan. Um, I don't know why I chose this list. They had like all the children's show and crap that I just did not watch. Oh, I wanted to watch this one. What the was the name? Whisper Me a Love Song. I might still watch it later. I don't know. My biggest motivation before this aired was it looks like Yukino and Yui from Other Guy. That's my biggest motivation to watch it. But like the anime adaptation made it so they look nothing, and they don't look as similar to Yukino and Yui, and that kind of drove me away from the show. Otherwise, uh, yeah, there's not really much other shows that I could talk about. All right.